welfare of the peoples of Kogi State. These funds were allocated to drive development across 21 local government areas, improving critical sectors such as education, healthcare, infrastructure, and economic empowerment. Instead, what we now see in Kogi State is a continuation of corruption and impunity similar to the pattern established by the former governor who is on trial now, Alhaji Yaya Bello. We cannot and will not stand by while our resources are looted with no regard for transparency or accountability in Kogi State. Kogi State deserves better. The people of Kogi State deserve leadership that prioritize the public service over personal enrichment. Our demands: immediate return of the diverted fund. We demand that Governor Usman Ododo immediately return the 13.4 billion naira to the state treasury so that it can be used for the purpose which it was released for. The development of Kogi State and its peoples is very, very crucial. 2, intervention by the Attorney General and Anti-Corruption Agency. We call on the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, and the Economic and Financial Crime Commission to take decisive action to recover this money and bring all those involved in this act of corruption to justice. The failure to act swiftly will only embolden further mismanagement of public funds in Kogi State. 3, a thorough investigation into financial mismanagement in Kogi State. This is not an isolated incident. Kogi has a troubled history of financial misconduct under the leadership of Governor Yaya Bello. And now his successor, Usman Ododo, appeared to be following the same corrupt path. We demand a full-scale forensic audit of the state finance and the independent investigation into all government transactions involving the public fund. And at the end of the culture, of political godfather, and end the culture of political godfatherism and corruption. What do we expect when a politician like Yaya Bello financed the mismanagement, had picked his own successor? It is not surprised that the Governor Ododo is replicating the same corrupt practices. The people of Kogi State must break free from the cycle of political godfatherism that continue to enrich a few and impoverish the masses. Kogi State cannot continue to survive on private account. We must reclaim our state from the grip of corruption and ensure that the public fund serve the purpose, the people, not a select few individual. We urge Governor Usman Ododo to act responsible, return the diverted fund, uphold the principle of good governance, as the era of recklessness, embezzlement must end. Justice must prevail.
Is that with Freedom of Information Act, it is proper that all public transactions should be made public so that people will know how their money is being used. And on the other hand, I want to say that we cannot continue to hide under the deceptive silence of our stolen voices as a people in Kogi State. And what do I mean? We cannot have corrupt practices handed down from the immediate past administration, as have been alleged, and is still under investigation and trial with the EFCC. I think if the president have deemed it fit to empower the local government through the local government autonomy, it shows that there have been witnesses to total diversion of funds that are meant for local government usage. And since this has been signed into law, anything that comes from the Supreme Court is a policy. And we urge all government agencies in Kogi State, not in Kogi State alone, in Nigeria, to obey that court ruling. Let the local governments be. let the development whittle down to the people that are dominated in the rural poor. And until this is done, the rural-urban surge that is being afraid of by government will continue. The only antidote for development is the local government autonomy that have been granted. Yes, the issue of the 13.4 billion, which is in the crux of what we are here today to discuss, is one of such things. If monies are released to the rural poor to be used in their development, let us not tamper with it. A time will come that this might lead to implosion. What do I mean by implosion? You cannot gag a child and he will not cry. You cannot take what belongs rightfully to the common citizens of Nigeria and they will watch you. Yes, we have not gone to that stage of purification, but I think we are in the process of getting Nigeria in the right path. If each and every one of us in the civil society comes out to kick against corruption and all appearances of its form in our civil service and civil societies. Thank you very much. Comrade Okpanachi Jacob.
My name is Comrade Peter Onuma. I want to add my voice to what my fellow comrades has earlier said. It is no longer a new thing that Kogi State is synonymous to corruption under the leadership of the former governor Yaya Bello and the present governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Usman Ododo. From the beginning, we have the whole world and the media are all aware how we have been consciously demanding for accountability and for anti-corruption agency to act swiftly in order to restore sanity in Kogi State. Apart from the 13.4 billion naira intervention fund meant for local government that we are talking about, another 3 billion naira was released by World Bank for the development of rural area. As we speak to you, the governor himself, Governor Usman Ododo, gathered a group of people which we don't know, representing some fictitious or fictional local government, and a check was presented to them on behalf of the on behalf of 80 local communities. 80 local communities that does not have name. No names of local communities was mentioned. As we speak, this money has been shared. And again, I want to put it clear that, one, we will continue to raise our voice against maladministration that is going on in Kogi State. A situation whereby people are dying in abject poverty, no healthcare delivery, no social amenities, no rural roads, no educational institution or primary schools. In fact, if you go to Kogi State today, most of the primary school teachers are all, most of the primary schools in Kogi State are all closed down. Because of what? Because there are no teachers. Most of them are retired and no recruitment has taken place. All what is happening in Kogi State is corruption. And I want to use this opportunity to call on the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to act swiftly because, one, Kogi State people deserve better. The people voted for him. And what we have seen in Kogi State is not a leadership at all. It is a leadership of selected few where Ododo and Yaya Bello gather themselves and share the money. This is not a mere allegation. We have our facts. Before now, there have been cases of misappropriation of local government funds amounting to about 350 billion naira, which we have petitioned to EFCC. And up to date, no adequate action has been taking place. I want to use this opportunity to beg on Nigeria, to beg on the federal government, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation to come to our aid. This is a cry for help. This is a cry for salvation. And this is a cry for the restoration of human dignity and accountability in Kogi State. We don't deserve what is going on in Kogi State. Kogi State is not I think Kogi State is not part of the third tier of government or the tier of government because, one, it's a government of selected few. So this is my humble submission. I call on the press to help us cry to the federal government to act swiftly. Let the anti-corruption drive of the federal government be a true reflection of the objective upon which is being established. Thank you and God bless you.